You know that feeling you've got in the pit of your stomach right now? That feeling that everything that you thought you were voting for, get the establishment and lock her up and get rid of this damn Obamacare, all of that is starting to, well, maybe that's negotiable. Maybe, when I said lock her up, I actually meant the Clintons are a great family and I'll probably call them for advice. And
you know, you said that you might call President Obama for advice. Would you think of calling President Clinton for advice?
Well, he's a very talented guy, both of them. I mean, this is a very talented family. Certainly, I would certainly think about that.
Obamacare, well, actually, I like a lot of aspects of it. We just got to reform it a little bit. Are you starting to get that feeling? Are you starting to wonder about some of these people that are being approached by the Trump transition team? Some of these neocons and banksters and 9/11 criminals that are such an integral part of this Trump transition team? Does that bother you at all? Are you starting to get that gnawing feeling in the pit of your stomach? Well, good, because at the very least, you should have that. In fact, you shouldn't have voted for Trump or Clinton, but that's another subject. But you're starting to understand that, yes, what's said during campaigns is political theater to get people excited so that they'll go to the voting machine and cast their ballot. But it's not reality. We are coming into reality. So I invite you today to take the Trump pledge. The Trump pledge is simply this. I pledge that when, if, and as Trump starts to renege on everything that he said during the primaries or the election cycle that I liked, all of those things that I thought I was voting for, as he starts to backtrack on them, renege on them, or go 180 degrees in the opposite direction to what he was saying, I won't blindly support that. I won't say, well, I voted for it, therefore it must be good, whatever he does. You'll really, honestly, and objectively look at the situation and decide whether or not this is what you really voted for, whether this is really the middle finger to the establishment that you thought you were voting for. And hey, what do I know? But I have a feeling, if you are honest, you're going to start getting that feeling in the pit of your stomach very soon. But don't worry, this isn't a doom and gloom message. This isn't a you're powerless and all you can do is wait for 4 years from now to vote the bums out again. If that's the takeaway from this, then really it is a horrible message, and you might as well go suck your thumb and sit in a corner. But that isn't the message. There is a revolution that is happening right now that is the real middle finger to the establishment, status quo. The one that you thought you were giving by casting a vote for MAGA or whatever. It's actually happening, and it has nothing whatsoever to do with presidential politics. It has nothing to do with who is sitting in the Oval Office. It has nothing to do with Republican or Democrat or anything involving that political game. The theater, the charade that they dangle in front of your eyes every 4 years. This is your chance to make a difference, guys. Go and make that tick in a box, and then you can go back to sleep. No, the real revolution is already taking place, and it's not being televised. If you want to know about that real revolution, I invite you to join me tomorrow where I'll talk a little bit more about it. In the meantime, I invite you to take that Trump pledge, and if you do, if you know in your heart of hearts that you're going to hold Trump and the Trump administration to the same standard as you would Hillary or anyone else because you voted for principles and not for a man, then I invite you to leave that comment in the comment section. I took the Trump pledge. And hey, let's get it trending on social media, guys. Why don't you use the Trump pledge hashtag when you're tweeting this out to your fellow cohorts, right? I'm not holding my breath on that. But still, I hope that this message reaches someone who's starting to have those niggling doubts. Because, well, you're going to have to make a choice very soon whether or not you're going to support the man or whether you're going to support the principles that you thought you were casting a ballot for.